over here driving. I done drove to some city, y'all. I be just doing stuff. I'm just driving to a city. I don't even know. But I wanted to get on here real quick. You know, sometimes like a lot of people will not understand the prophetic or understand certain gifts that God has, you know, blessed you with, you know. And gifts come without repentance. So sometimes people will check that up to, oh, it's mental illness or something like that. Especially if that stuff used to run through your family, they will check it up to mental illness, when really, to be honest, that's not the case at all. You know, they just don't understand gifts. They just don't understand those things. Because God showed me something in the spirit, and I'm like, okay. But, you know, don't take those things to heart. But I could see how back then it was so taboo, you know, to talk about the spirit realm and stuff like that, that people would automatically put mental illness jackets on people. And that would end them up in, you know, mental homes and stuff like that. Even some people today probably have family members who tried to put them in mental institutions and stuff like that. But it's just because they didn't understand the prophetic and understand the spiritual realm. And, you know, I could see back then how that could be frightening for somebody who constantly is being told that they have mental illness, but they don't. They're just prophetic. They have gifts from God, because remember, gifts come without repentance. So, you know, I could see how that could be discouraging for somebody back then, because they didn't have anybody to steward their gifts or to help them know what they were experiencing and stuff like that. And thank God now everything is to the forefront, and a lot of people are talking about the spiritual realm. A lot of people are talking about spirits operating out of others and stuff like that. But some people still today, you know, will have that mindset of, oh, it's mental illness, especially if it ran in your family. You know, that my family has a history of, you know, they were saying certain people had mental illnesses, but honestly, I feel like they had gifts. You know, nobody just didn't know how to steward them. But, you know, don't feel discouraged about that. You know, thank God, like I said, it's very readily available. The information is available to what you're dealing with, and God will always bring, you know, I'm still on this journey learning a lot of stuff, but God will always bring people that understand your gifts, people that you can follow, that understand what you're going through and what gifts you have and how to steward them, so you're not just out here using them in the wrong way or however, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here real quick. I'm about to try to get back to the city, but yeah, I done drove out here just riding, but I'm all the way somewhere in another state. But okay. All right, bye.